right, so we're going to go to a new segment for Craig and I. We'll do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays the next couple of weeks. Potentially, we'll continue on ceiling and floor.
All right.
But we'll have to find something else to ceiling and floor after we do the Big 12 teams.
Yep.
So we'll start with Arizona, and I'm going to start with you, Craig. Arizona's ceiling and floor. All right, I have mine if you want me to give you mine, and then you go. How do you want to do it? How do you want to play it?
We'll go alternating, and you go first.
All right, I'll go first here. First.
I've
got Arizona's ceiling as 5-7, floor 2-10. I do not think that Arizona is a bowl team even at their best. Looking through their schedule, Hawaii, Weber State, I think 2 wins. That's their 2 wins. The whole Big 12 schedule looks like murderer's row if you're Arizona. Plus, you play Kansas State out of conference. So you get 10 Big 12 games. One of them Kansas State. I can certainly see them winning 3 or 4 of those Big 12 opponents, but not many more.
Ceiling was what?
5-7.
Okay. We agree there.
Okay.
We agree there. I 5-7, but I think the floor would be 3-9.
Okay.
I agree with you, Hawaii and Weber State, but usually every team beats somebody they're not supposed to, and they also lose somebody they're not supposed to. So if Hawaii beat him, that wouldn't be a big. But the Kansas game at home seems like one they could win, and that would be my 3. But the rest of them, I agree with you. Other than Houston, they may be the worst team in the conference.
Other than Houston,
yeah,
we might have some difference of opinions there.
All right.
Especially with the guy who normally sits in your chair, at least the other days, David Collier.
Really?
He's high on Houston.
Are they?
Somehow.
Yeah, and I can see why. Willie Fritz is a good coach. He didn't have a great year last year, but I think they've got better players right now. But they've got a pretty
got their work cut out for them, in my opinion.
Yep.
All right, Lucas, ceiling floor.
Ceiling, I got them at 6-6. And floor, I have them at 4-8.
4-8. All right, Craig.
Arizona State. Floor, 7-5. Ceiling, is either 10-2 or 9-3. I'm gonna go 9-3. 9-3.
I really shot for the rafters here. I do agree 7-5.
Yep.
But I went 11-1
Okay.
ceiling.
Yeah.
11-1. Lucas, what do you think there?
Floor, I have 8-4. Ceiling, I have 12-0.
12-0. All right, give us Baylor, Lucas.
Baylor, I have ceiling at 10-2, and floor 6-6.
Floor 6-6. Ceiling 9-3.
I also have the floor at 6-6, and a lot of that is they're out of conference. They're non-conference.
Right. Yeah.
They play both Auburn and SMU.
Yeah.
And then through the Big 12, I think they could certainly lose 4 Big 12 games, if not more. I really might put the floor at 5-7 for Baylor.
Yeah.
But I've got their ceiling at 12-0. This defense, I don't know that the defensive line is going to be good enough to really reach their potential. But they've got 2 of the best linebackers in the Big 12. They both had over 100 tackles last year. Wreak havoc. Their secondary is going to be good under Dave Aranda. If their offense takes a step forward from last year, Baylor could be legit.
Yeah.
Baylor could be legit. I don't think they'll go 12-0. Obviously, that's like ceiling, everything hitting on hundreds and the Hemis in, and they got the turbocharger in the offense, and the defense is doing what it needs to do. But I think Baylor has a higher ceiling than Arizona State, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But I think Arizona State might be – look, both programs that have had ups and downs. Both programs have Big 12 championships.
Yep.
But I think with both quarterbacks have good quarterbacks. Both programs have good quarterbacks.
Returners.
I don't know. They might both be just. I probably set the floor too low on Baylor, but just looking at that schedule, they could certainly start 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
And if they start 1-2, they could start 3-5, and maybe they finish strong like last year. But the schedule set up so well for them last year to finish strong, and I just don't know if it specifically does again. Though you look across their last 6 games, it's at TCU, at Cincinnati, UCF, Utah, at Arizona, Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, they could go 1-5 or 5-1 in that stretch easily.
Yep. The difference to me between Arizona State and Baylor is, 1, the schedule, but 2, I think Baylor can be last year's Arizona State. I think Arizona State, Kenny Dillingham was his first year, his first trip through. I think he caught a lot of people by surprise, simply because they were picked whatever. And I think, 1, mentally a lot of teams weren't ready to play him and so forth. But you look at their schedule, Arizona State's schedule, they play Baylor on the road, Utah on the road, Iowa State on the road. That's 3 teams that you could very easily lose to. And Baylor, you're right, has a very tough schedule, but you look at their road schedule, Oklahoma State, TCU, Cincinnati, and Arizona. I'd like that road schedule.
Yeah.
Even though it's a tough schedule, I like their road schedule.
Which is why I have their ceiling so high, is because I think they can win some road games.
Yeah. I've got them at 9-3, but I think the SMU and TCU games are going to be crucial for them. They're big kind of rival games. They're games that SMU doesn't mean anything, but it could mean the difference between me being 10-2 and 9-3. But in conference-wise, I like them. I like them to be a contender for sure.
It's interesting. The Arizona ceiling and floor is about 3 games for me. 4 for Arizona State, 6 for Baylor, which seems like a cop-out, but I truly think Baylor is just that team under Aranda. I don't know what to expect. I think I expect the defense to be Aranda level good, and the offense was so good to end the year last year. They have the receiver back, they have the running back, they have the quarterback back.
They have their offensive coordinator back.
The offensive coordinator, Spavital, back, which I did not respect going into last year. I'll certainly respect him going into this year.
He did a great job of bringing Sawyer Robertson along.
Yeah.
Because Sawyer Robertson finished the year before doubtful whether he was going to be the starter.
He didn't start the year as a starter.
Yeah, and he didn't start, but to bring Sawyer along, I thought they did a great job.
And then finally, BYU. I've got the ceiling for BYU 9-3, the floor 6-6. I think they'll be a bowl team at worst.
7-5 for the floor, 10-1 for the ceiling. They've got a good schedule. The only games they play on the road, conference-wise, Colorado, Arizona, Iowa State, Tech, and Cincinnati. And I think, and I really do think that Tech's going to be their toughest game.
Lucas?
9-3 as their ceiling, 5-7 as their floor. Their quarterback has not played since 2023.
Yeah. That defense, though. I don't know if they can replicate exactly what they were last year, but if they're close, they'll be fine. More after this, 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench.